Now, on this channel, we talk a lot about problems. We do, because life is full of problems, right? We talk about a lot of problems. We talk about a lot of narcissists. We talk about a lot of people who are red flags from day one. We talk about a lot of unhealthy situations, unhealthy people, and unhealthy relationships. Unfortunately, that's because that's what I hear about the most. So the other day, I was taking a look, and let me see, what is her name? I don't know who this is, but I found this list by Amna Amjad. Yeah, Amna Amjad. And this person has like a therapy channel. Let me tell you, it's called at SONDER.therapy. And I was like, I really like the the message that they left, and I want to share it with you guys because it's one of the first times I've seen a list about healthy people. You know, so you can see if maybe you're one of these healthy people, or maybe you know some healthy people, or maybe we can encourage some more healthy people to be, coming out the woodwork. So let's talk about this one. My name is QueenAusetHeru. And thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to everybody and anybody who might like it too. Let me see. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you want to get a reading done, I got you. You would not believe how many decks I have in here. I got you. I think I have like 500 decks, literally. Probably not all here. I probably got like 300-400 here, and other ones are in storage. But I still got you. So hook me up. My email and all my information is underneath this video. Send me a message and I will get you in immediately. Let me see. What else is going on? My Patreon is underneath this video. My Amazon wish list, because gifts are my love language, and the holidays are coming up, Christmas and my birthday. So you generous, lovely people who want to send me gifts, I will be eternally grateful. Let's see. What else is underneath there? Besides Patreon, my Patreon link, Ask an Aquarius merchandise, and ArchAngel Michael merchandise. All right, let's get started because I'm so excited about this list. Okay, now, the list says, healthy people look like, okay? And I'm going to read you what they look like. The first thing it says, they respect you on their good days and bad days. Now, this is saying that a healthy person, they're going to have bad days. They're going to have good days like anybody else. But they're not going to disrespect you, come out their neck, or be nasty to you just because they're having a bad day. They're going to still be considerate of the fact of your feelings and you as a person. And if they can't, they're going to say, you know what? I'm really in a bad mood. I want to be alone. I want to get this funk off of me and let me be alone so I can come back from a loving space. And I've said that to a person before. I said to somebody recently, I was like, I'm not in a loving space right now. We don't need to talk right now. Let me get myself together and then let's talk. So that is a very healthy mindset that I appreciate. Number 2, they express their love and care for you, not shying from vulnerability. So I like this one a lot. This is my favorite one so far. A healthy person has no problem telling you they love you or showing you that they love you. Hopefully it's both. They have no problem speaking your love language once they figure it out or once you tell them. And vulnerability. Hoo-wah. Did you hear that word? I know people who would rather get shot in the foot than be vulnerable, because vulnerable means that you have to soften. You have to let someone in. Vulnerability is a beautiful thing because vulnerability leads to intimacy. But if you're vulnerable with the wrong person, we all know that leads to disaster. So I would say this one makes a lot of sense. This person is capable of being vulnerable. They're capable of telling you how they feel about you, but they're also hopefully going to be smart enough to discern when is the right time to do that. So that's another very healthy behavior. They trust you and you can trust them. A person who can't trust refuses to trust, has trust issues, I don't blame that person, because obviously that means your trust has been violated. But it also means you're not healthy enough yet to take on a long-term, committed, trusting relationship. Look here, you can't be with somebody and not trust them, and them not trust you. I'm not going to say you can't. You can, but not in a healthy way. So if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, I don't trust my significant other, then that means that you have an unhealthy relationship, because on some level, the trust has been broken. And you can change that. You can get trust back. If that person is trustworthy from this point on, maybe you'll get trust back in the future. But the point of the matter is that in this particular case, it's saying that you're both in a healthy space when you can trust each other and not violate each other's trust. They engage with reciprocity instead of solely taking from you. Reciprocity is give and take. And it doesn't have to be tit for tat. If I give you $50, you don't have to give me $50 back tomorrow. What reciprocity means is that I'm giving and you're giving too. I'm not always the one that's giving. And sometimes that balance isn't quite equal, you know? Like, for example, I have a friend who does not have a very good job. The job is like minimum wage, okay? So every time we come together, this particular friend, they contribute, but they can't contribute as much as the rest of us, okay? But they always contribute. Let's say I pay for dinner, for example. They will always get the tip, not even have to be asked. If 2 or 3 of us buy things for dessert, they will come with ice or cups or something. This person consistently shows up. Even though they don't have that much, they consistently show up and try to contribute anyway. They're not just sitting there taking. And this is what a lot of people do. A lot of people will be like, well, they got it. They got money. You know? And in our circle, we just stop inviting you, because it's like, yo, you don't understand the concept of reciprocity. And this happens in relationships too. How many of you out there have a friend that when the relationship broke up, they sat there telling you all the stuff they did for this person? I bought him a Christmas gift. I babysat her kids. I took her to Jamaica. You know, they have all this list of things that they did, which you really shouldn't be tit for tat listing anyway. But let's say they have a list, and the other person did nothing. They just showed up. They showed up. They enjoyed the trip to Jamaica. They enjoyed hanging out. They enjoyed the money or whatever that was given to them, but they gave nothing. Or they gave sex. Because I've heard men and women say, well, I gave her this good, I gave her this good day, you know, and it's like, but she was paying the rent, paying the bills, buying the food, and all you was giving was good D, and wasn't even really that good, because I heard it wasn't that good. That's what I heard, okay? So that reciprocity is not there because only one person is giving. And the giving isn't just monetary. It's giving of yourself. If I'm loving you and caring about you and looking out for you, and you do none of that, that's an unequal balance too. So it's not just money and things. It can be time, energy, emotion too. So in a healthy relationship, both people are engaging in reciprocity. Next one. Healthy people look like they understand your boundaries. Okay, so if you put up a boundary and the other person doesn't understand it, doesn't honor it, or tries to push past it, that's not healthy. A person who's healthy is going to say, okay, I see your boundary, if I like it or not, and I'm going to stand back. So if you tell me my boundary is you can't meet my children. This is a very common one for women. You can't meet my children. And somebody said this to me the other day, because she told this to her suitor, this guy that she had been only seeing for a few weeks. And he got very offended. He did not understand the boundary. And I'm like, how the fuck don't you understand that? You know that you can't introduce everybody to your kids. I'm sorry. Everybody's not safe. period, point blank. And you need to vet them for a while before you let people meet your children. He didn't understand the boundary, like that's not common sense, and then got an attitude about the boundary. And for me, that was a red flag. And for her, it was too. And she stopped talking to him. Because she was like, why are you so enthusiastic about quickly meeting my children? Either something's wrong with you or you trying to manipulate me through my kids. And I agreed with her because that was weird. So here we are, not understanding the boundary, getting angry about the boundary, and then trying to push past her boundary. Not acceptable. So a healthy person would never do that to you. They allow you to be yourself with no judgment and give you space for your individuality and opinions. That's self-explanatory. This person, they don't judge you. You know, even if they don't agree, you don't have to agree with me. You know something? Will and Jada Pickett take a lot of hits, but I don't give them no hits. I don't, because I feel like their relationship isn't no worse than the ones I read about in the comment section, okay? Or the ones I get emailed about, or the ones I do readings about. I know people in way worse situations with a lot less money, all right? And one of the things that Will said the other day, he said, loving somebody unconditionally is standing by them even when you don't agree with them. So they're doing something that you don't like, you don't agree with, but you still stand by them anyway. And you might even tell them that. You might be like, it's not what I would do, but I'm going to stand by you. So in this case, it says here that you're not giving any judgment. You're letting them be an individual, and you're letting them have their opinion. And just by default, that means you're not always going to agree. I don't know two people who agree on everything every time anywhere. I know people that agree on most things. They have excellent compatibility, but nobody agrees 100% of the time, and that's okay. And that's what we're seeing here, is that healthy people will accept that, understand it, and be fine with it. They continuously work on their communication skills with you. So wherever the communication is, they're constantly working on it, trying to get better at it, trying to do more with it, maybe be more clear or comprehend a little bit more. They're constantly working on that because they're healthy and they want to hear what you have to say. And they also want your communication to be an asset to the relationship and not a detriment. They don't expect perfection from you and are able to discuss disagreements with healthy accountability and kindness. I love this one too. This is beautiful because this person does not expect you to be perfect. And I tell y'all all the time that perfection is a fucking myth. It's a myth that destroys people too. People will try so hard, especially Virgos. They're perfectionists. But there are other people and other signs that are perfectionists too. And they will try and try and try. And some of the times they expect this from their partners. Your partner not perfect and neither are you. Discussing agreements with healthy accountability and kindness. So this healthy person can talk about their disagreements. They can talk about how they don't agree with you or you don't agree with them. But they can be accountable for their stuff and they can do it in a kind way. This is the healthiest person I've ever met. I hope to God I meet somebody with this list. I'm like, this is awesome, you know, because they're not perfect, but they're doing their best. The last one says you feel safe around them. This is one that I said to someone. I had a suitor that I kicked to the curb. Y'all know I stayed kicking a suitor to the curb. And one of them I kicked to the curb. And I remember one of the reasons I told this suitor was that I don't feel emotionally safe around you. And I'm okay with getting to that point, but I just didn't see us getting to that point. So in this case, you already feel safe emotionally, mentally, and physically. That's a very healthy person. I can be around you. I can say my truth. You're not going to purposely try to harm me or be inconsiderate. You're not going to physically or mentally try to harm me, try to gaslight me, or try to do something else to me mentally, emotionally, mess with my mind or something. This is a healthy person. I like this. And I hope that, number one, I hope that we all meet people like this. And I hope that we all aspire to be like this. So listen to this video. get this list in your mind and ask yourself, am I like this? What areas can I tweak? Because I'm always trying to tweak myself. Like, okay, what am I not doing? Okay, what can we tweak and be better people, healthier people? And only allow people in your lives that are healthy. I see people every day trying to have a relationship with somebody that's not healthy. If you know up front that they're not healthy and not even trying to get to that space, then dating them is a really big mistake and you're going to end up hurt. So let's take a look at our positive comments. Number 1, bench. I don't know how to say this. I'm looking like, what? It says at bench a guanta. I don't get it. I don't know what it means. But it's 1882. Okay, cool. I'm sorry I butchered your name because I can't pronounce it. And this wonderful person, I'm going to call you Bench. Hi, Bench. Thank you for saying something to me in the comment section. Much love. Bench said, as an Aquarius, I love your quotes. Thank you. Every day I drop a different quote. Some of them are about Aquarius. Most of them are about Aquarius. And other ones are just for anybody, you know. Just food for thought. Things that I see all over the internet that mean something to me. The next one is from Anthony Smith. Hi, Anthony. And if you're not subscribed, guys, please subscribe, okay? Hit that subscribe button. Anthony Smith said, yeah, 1 week, this is an Aquarius, she was sending me lovely, heartfelt, detailed text. That's Aquarius. Like always. The very next week, she started to be distant. And texting less. Then ended it with me. Okay, so as an Aquarius, something went wrong there. Because the lovely heartfelt text meant that this person really liked you. This person was feeling you. Because Aquarius, we're not like that. You know, if we send in lovely heartfelt emotions, unless it's a narcissist that's trying to do something to you, we don't usually do that. So this person definitely liked you. And as they got more distant, something happened with that distance. So either something happened in their personal life, like an ex came back, or they're going through something mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, or you did something. And if I were you, I would try to think about when it happened, when it shifted, what was that conversation? That conversation, did you say something stupid? I'm not trying to be rude, but for a lot of Aquarius, if you say the wrong thing, off like a that love, that whatever's pouring out, it goes off like a switch. We turn it off. We're very capable of detaching easily. So think back, did you say something or do something that the Aquarius may have found to be distasteful? Because we don't always say anything. We're not a sign that likes confrontation. We will be confrontational if we have to, if we're angry, but we will try not to. We'll let most things go and just stop messing with you. And it sounds like that's what happened here. It sounds like something went wrong that maybe the Aquarius did not communicate. And if you have some chats with the Aquarius, you might find out what it is, or you may never find out. But the bottom line is that whatever that is, if it's something in you that you see and you want to change it, fine. But if not, then just leave that Aquarius alone and move on. Because if this person ended it with you, first of all, I don't like the lack of communication. And I've done this myself. I'm not criticizing it, but I don't like it. I don't like it when I do it. The lack of communication doesn't allow people to understand what they did and to get better. So that is problematic for me. So I'm very sorry you went through this, and I hope I hope that whatever it was, it didn't hurt you too bad. Okay? Alright guys, time for us to get going. And by the way, I'm recording all of these videos on Halloween. So you see I got on my Wilma Flintstone my Wilma Flintstone costume. And I will say again, happy Halloween. See you next time.